What is up, everybody? It's me, your host, BitBoy. I don't know if anybody's on here watching. Maybe I should give some people some time to get on the stream. I hope this is going to be a good stream. I'm just on my cellular network right now, but I had to get on here and make a video because, as you guys know, big news today, really big news. Coinbase is adding assets. They have not actually added them yet. They are going to be going on, kind of like Ethereum Classic, where it was announced. It hasn't actually gone on Coinbase yet. But what Coinbase said is they said that when they add these assets, they want to go ahead and get out in front of it and tell everybody that they were being added, because it's going to take some third-party kind of technology in order for them to actually get on Coinbase logistically. So before it leaked, when they start working with these other third-party companies, they said they want to come out and say it themselves first. So, guys, I'm stoked. I'm freaking stoked. Obviously, if we were in a bear market or a bull market, then it would be a lot easier for these coins to get some gains. ZRX is already up pretty big right now. I'm hoping it's going to continue. But one bad thing, as you guys know, I've been showing you guys ZRX forever, that it's going on Coinbase. But one thing about it is, since there are 5, now counting Ethereum Classic, 6 going on very soon, of course that's going to diminish the gains that ZRX by itself would have gotten, which is what I would have preferred to see. But if you've been watching my channel, if you're in the Bit Squad, I've been telling you ZRX was going on for sure. What did I say was the second one that I thought was going on? Basic Attention Token. And if you watched a lot of my videos, you guys know that I've also said 2 of the other candidates are Stellar and ADA. So my 4 top picks to go on all went on Coinbase. So I'm stoked today. I feel like it gives me a little more credibility on our channel here. So, and here I'm in Atlantic City right now, obviously for the Blockchain World Conference, and this news comes out. I was hoping there would be some kind of news that would come out while we were at the conference. I wasn't expecting it to be this, though. This is huge, guys. This is going to be really big. What does this mean for cryptocurrency? Well, it means that Coinbase is now going to have projects on there that cost less than $100. You know, way less. And if you put your mind inside the head of a newbie investor, then what that means for them is they say, oh, well, Cardano's only, 23 cents. Let me buy a bunch of it. Kind of what happened with Ripple when it was down, 20 cents or so, but of course it was harder to buy. And it's a bad day for Ripple. Obviously, it did not make the additions list, which I never in my wildest dreams would have imagined that it would have gone on the additions list, because it's centralized. I mean, that's the long and the short of it. Ripple owns like 61% of the nodes. So I guess they call them nodes, whatever it is on their network. Ripple owns 61% of them. So it was not a candidate to go on Coinbase. It never was. Obviously, back when it was altcoin season, back in December and January, a lot of people thought that it did have potential to go on, because people didn't really know enough about the project yet. But once people who stuck around in crypto after the crash started becoming more knowledgeable, it's pretty common sense that Ripple was not ever going to make it on Coinbase. I mean, I can't say ever, maybe one day in the future, but not anytime soon. They don't fit the qualifications. So I'm super stoked. My 4 top picks all went on. So let me just recap. Stellar, Cardano, ZRX, Basic Attention Token, and also Zcash. So Zcash is a pretty sneaky one. Of course, it was added to Gemini, and a lot of people said back then that could have been a precursor to it also going on Coinbase, and we did talk about that. And sure enough, now Zcash is also going on Coinbase. So this is a big day, guys. I'm loving it. And I've said also, I called all 4 of those, or I called 4 out of the 5. But also, on top of that, if you guys follow my channel, you also know that I've been saying for a long time that this person's waiting for me. What are they doing? I've been saying for a long time that I believe that the Coinbase additions will signal the bull run. And we've been talking about how I feel like we've been close to the bottom for several weeks now. It goes up a little bit, it goes down a little bit, but I think this, because of where we're at, and a lot of the TA says that we're going down further, But, you know, there's a lot of FA and news involved, obviously, in cryptocurrency as well, and that can often affect the price. And so, since we talk about the mining conspiracy, 6,000, I've got a video coming out later today, actually. It's going to be coming out. I'm waiting on a couple things to happen, probably coming out 6 or 8 o'clock tonight. And on that video, I talk about how basic attention token could be going on Coinbase, so the irony is thick. But I talk about how, and you guys will see the video, how Bitcoin has been squeezed in between 6,000 and 7,000. It can't get above that, and it also, don't try to run me over. But he tried to run me over, and I totally lost my train of thought. I don't even remember what I was saying. It must have been super, super, super important. Oh, I was talking about Bitcoin being squeezed. It's been squeezed in between 6,000 and 7,000. That's the name of my video coming out later. And I talk about some updates about some stuff, but, you know, the support at 6,000 is absolutely insane, because when it breaks down under, it goes right back up. We've not been able to break down the entire crash since January. It hasn't broke down under 6,000. So to me, that says that's extremely, or it has, but only for, it hasn't dropped for less than 24 hours, and it bounces back up. And not only does it bounce back up, but it bounces up hard, like really quick. You get that giant green candle out of nowhere every time. So I don't know if this will signal the official bull run that we'll be able to move forward. But I personally believe this is it. I've been saying it, I got to stick with it, right? It's like when you're picking your teams to go to the Super Bowl, and you kind of feel like the playoffs are coming on. You're like, oh God, this is a team I said was going to win, and they're still in it. But oh God, there's some other good teams. But you know what you got to do? You got to stick with your pick. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick hard. I stuck to all the ones I said was going to go on Coinbase. I never changed those, and they all are on today, or they will be on in the future. It's announced that they will be added. So I'm also going to stick with what I said about the bull market. I believe this is set go. I believe we've now bottomed, and I think that this news is going to carry us forward, because one of the reasons why crypto has not been doing well, obviously people were burned, and those people didn't want to get back into crypto. And on top of that, you have people who wanted to get in but didn't really know how to buy something, or they looked at the prices. The whole point of what I'm trying to say is, this is not just big for the individual projects, this is big for crypto, because now there is a gateway, and not just a gateway. I'm going to talk about Payfair on my video later today, which has a big update. I love Payfair, I love what they're doing, but obviously they can't. Coinbase right now at this moment, no one can really in the United States. I mean, obviously you have Binance is bigger than Coinbase, but we all know in the United States, that's the app. Like, if people are trying to get in crypto and they're trying to buy stuff, that is what they're trying to buy. So I think that saw that comment, appreciate that. If some of you guys are making comments, I can't really see them. Yeah, I can't really see them because I'm doing this on my phone. I've never done a live feed from my phone. But you know, this is big news, because this is going to be easier for people to get into crypto. And maybe this opens up the door for maybe people that were burnt before, but really maybe just a whole new set of people. And you think about something like the Brave browser that has now 3 million monthly users and is going really well, and people are going to be able to trade basic attention tokens on that platform. Now you have somebody who, if they were, you know, if they use the Brave browser, but they weren't really into crypto, and now you have a way to go and buy that, then that's huge. And I also think what we'll see is we will see a lot of people that were big on Ripple now switch to Stellar, because at this point I think it's pretty obvious that Stellar is going to be a big project. And I mean, I like Stellar better than Ripple, obviously, for so many reasons. That they're not the exact same project, but you do feel they are cousins. They were started by the same guy, Jed McCaleb. So you do feel like there's definitely some relationship that they have there between each other. So it's a sad day for Ripple. It's a great day for Stellar. It's a great day for Basic Attention Token. It's a great day for ZRX, and all my fellow ZRX fam. You guys know I've been pushing it. That was my one. So unfortunately, like I said, if you are all in on ZRX, you're not going to get the same gains as you would if it would have gone on by itself, which I was hoping it would get added, and then they would use it in the process to add the other additions, which still may be what they're going to do, but they just announced it all at the same time. So I think by the end of the summer, we will probably see these added. And this is based on Ethereum Classic I don't know if we'll actually see the addition before the end of summer. It might actually be September, October, which for the TA, a lot of the TA people, they say they're targeting for the bull run. So we may really pick up some traction here. And as we pick up this traction, all of these projects will probably dip back down again, but we'll slowly start picking up. And then once October hits, September, maybe all these get added. I don't know if they're going to add them at the same time they add Ethereum Classic. They may add Ethereum Classic because they did point out in an announcement that basically it's very easy for them to add Ethereum Classic. Nothing is going to have to be done behind the scenes for them to add Ethereum Classic. Whereas with these other ones, there are some processes they have to go through. This is the bottom. We're going to be moving up. This is the first time I would say that you could actually get out of ZRX once it pumps, tether it, do whatever you got to do. I don't know how far it's going to pump, but pay attention when it starts dropping. And that goes for all those projects, because we're going to see two pumps. We're going to see the pump right now that's going to happen as this news circulates, and then we're also going to see the news, or we're also going to see the pump once they're actually added on to Coinbase. So huge news, guys. I'm super stoked. I'm super pumped. I called it all. I'm not trying to brag, but I feel real good about myself today. You know, I feel like a little bit of indication for you know, I picked the top four. I picked all four of mine are on. So I'm really excited. Obviously, I'm getting some good gains today already. So yeah, I hear you, James. But if you watch my channel, you know, I've been saying Ripple or XRP was not going to get added to Coinbase. Unfortunately, it probably never was. It's centralized, and that is one of Coinbase's requirements for what they want on there. So obviously everyone got caught up in the hype during January and during December, and the rumors of it going on Coinbase. But after that died down, and I mean, I want you to think about it. Like, Brian Armstrong specifically came out and said they were not going to be adding new assets in January, which that pinpoint of that tweet is the exact hour the crash began. And you got to think, why would he do that? It's probably because even back then they knew Ripple was not anywhere close to going on Coinbase, and they wanted to squash that rumor. You've not seen them squash that rumor with any of the other cryptos. So James, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you that you have a bag of Ripple and you were hoping it would go on. I really do. I mean, obviously I want gains for everybody. Everybody's in the Bit Squad. I want gains for you. And you know, I hate it when, you know, everybody's coins can't go on though. That's the long and the short of it. So, but big shout out to everybody. I'm going to get back to doing what I'm doing here at the conference and things. But glad to talk to you guys. I got another video coming later today about Payfair, Bitcoin being squeezed and stuff like that. So watch out for it. Oh, I'm about to get off, but I see your comment. Yes, you are correct on that, James. Ripple does have a plan, and this is what they say when you talk about Ripple being centralized. The intelligent Ripple holders, that's what they're going to say. They're going to say, well, Brad Garlinghouse has already came out and said over time they are going to decentralize. And I think that now, that with all the regulation talk and things like that, they're actually seeing, and that was part of the SEC's ruling on Ethereum, was because it is decentralized and no one technically is benefiting it, like no centralized party is benefiting it. So I think probably Brad Garlinghouse saw that and said to himself, you know, we need to even push this decentralization even more. So I think that they are going to be decentralizing, and it is going to, eventually they may get there. I'm not sure if it actually will, but I do believe it is moving towards decentralization. But will it be too late to be on Coinbase? I don't know. I don't know if I think it's a multi-year plan to decentralize, so it's not going to happen real quick. But big shout out once again to the Bit Squad. Love you guys. You guys rock. Appreciate everybody engaging with us and stuff like this. And I will talk to you guys later.